Hello friends, my name is 𝐂𝐻𝐚 and you are watching the Winning Edge Career Plus. On this channel, we bring to you important information related to UN jobs and various career options. In this short video, I am going to discuss a very important aspect that is related to the education and employment verification. When you are applying for the UN jobs and you get selected, your application and you go through a detailed verification process. So when are these reference checks made and how the educational qualifications are verified, we'll discuss in this video. And you must go through this video. It's a very short video, and you must ask us any queries. You can write in the comment section, or you can get in touch with us in case you need further clarification or guidance on this aspect. What happens is appointment at the United Nations is subject to satisfactory and complete verification of academic qualifications and employment and reference checks. So you are required to fill all these details in your application process. Once you are selected, or when you are in the selection process, when you are in the assessment exercise or the interview stage, any of these times, UN may deploy their team to carry out these checks. They may make video call to your boss. They may write to the university that you claim to have studied in and get your antecedents verified, because nowadays any or all these certificates can be faked, because this is an era of IT revolution. So if you are a candidate under closer consideration and the information provided by you will be verified. In no case it may happen that it is not verified, and once the verification process is on, you will be notified accordingly that we are going to verify the antecedent that you have submitted. Regarding academic qualifications, only applicants with academic qualification from recognized or accredited universities or institutions are considered eligible. So when you are applying, that is where my company, that is the Winning Edge, comes in. We have a mentor who can guide you through all these stages. You may have done your graduation from your college in your district. It's a private college. Now, how this qualification will be recognized by the United Nations, whether it is recognized or not recognized, you should satisfy these conditions before you start applying, because otherwise it will lead to a lot of frustration. Next is the accreditation status of an educational institution is verified through the reference check procedure. So even your college, the credentials are going to be verified. Now, as far as employment verification, if you have indicated in your application that you have objections to contacting your current employer, some people, they don't want their employer to know that they are looking for another job. So you can indicate this in your application that unless I am selected finally, please do not contact my employer. So if you say so, the employer is not contacted until you have been selected and confirmed position has been offered to you. So UN maintains that propriety and UN maintains that secrecy of your privacy. If you are selected for inclusion in the roster, again, there are two types of this thing. You may get a job, or you may be included in a UN roster, that is the reserve list, and this is not guaranteed job. So if you are there on a UN roster, no reference checks are conducted with the current employer unless you are informed of your upcoming selection. So if you are rostered and there is a position coming up in 2 months, then you will be contacted, sir, you are likely to be selected for the UN job and we are likely to contact your employer so that you can inform your boss that I am quitting. Okay, certain common points. The UN jobs are contractual. The salaries are tax exempt. The minimum qualification that you should have is graduation plus 3 years. If you meet these criteria, please talk to me. This is me, your mentor. So I will make you happy. You will be smiling better than me. 18 to 62 years is the age of the regular employment with the United Nations. Selection process is tedious because it takes 8 to 10 months. And you have to go through this detailed selection process of matching profile and application, assessment exam and competence-based interview, and fluency in English is mandatory. So if you are looking for a UN job from anywhere in the world, please have these qualifications in your profile. Actions by you, contact us, contact me, talk to me. 3 P's you should have: patience, perseverance and passion. Unless you have these 3 P's, there's no point applying. People get frustrated in 3 months, or you are absolutely on short fuse that I want this job by tomorrow. Don't do that. The normal selection process will last up to 1 year, and at the end of 1 year, you will be rostered, and you say, okay, next 3 years you will be on UN. So what do you do? So anybody who has a regular job and is looking for a job upgrade, certainly don't make UN your priority one option. Okay, I'm a graduate. I want to join only UN. That may not work for you. You join any job and start with your UN application process. It is going to cost you money. We charge money for the UN guidance, but that money is very reasonable. Our package is not overpriced, and our guidance is gold class. Once you talk to our mentor, you will realize that. So what you do is you share your email ID with me. I will share the webinar recording plus a podcast. There are no charges for this. This is a 1 hour plus recording and around 12 minutes long podcast on the UN selection process, eligibility, pay package, how the UN selection process works and all these things, whether you match the profile or not. All these things are discussed in this webinar recording. About our mentor, Brigadier George has been associated with UN since 1998 in various capacities, and he happened to spend 2 years in New York on a package which was very, very, I am jealous of the package that he must have been drawing in 2012. So he is the person who is going to guide you, and he has been guiding candidates professionally since 2014. And my company, we started in 2019, and 2020 we started these operations, and our guidance process has worked very fine. More than 500 candidates are enrolled with us in various, and they are in various stages of selection. Some have given up also. Some have found selection. Some are in various stages of interview and application process, assessment exercise. So this is how it works. We are not a placement agency. We do not guarantee any jobs. We are not associated with United Nations. But what we have is the most credible guidance. That is all that you need. You are going to get selected with your patience, perseverance and passion and your qualification. We are just the guiding agency. So one-on-one session is a paid session. Book a session. It will cost you some money. A reasonable amount of money, but not too high. And this session is going to be a life-changing experience for you. Let me share some feedback with you that most of the candidates whom I have spoken to after the one-on-one session, more than 85% candidates have said, sir, I wish I had met Brigadier George 10 years back. So I think that is sufficient to tell you. Brigadier George is a hard task master. Sometimes he'll scold you, he'll cajole you, he'll push you. But then the aim is that you should find your north, you should find your why. After that, you have an option of taking a guidance pack. Again, it's a paid session. We will guide you through all stages of selection. Application process, your assessment exam, competence-based interview. We'll give you the study material for the assessment exam. He conducts mock test also before the exam. He conducts mock interview also before your interview. So it's quite a credible system that he has created and is working fine. Contact us at +91 in case you happen to be from country other than India. Just send me a WhatsApp, your name, your credentials. You can send your CV also in case you want us to evaluate and find your eligibility. Do I meet the QR for UN? So we'll say yes, because we want you to book a one-on-one session. But most of the people who are graduate with some kind of experience should start thinking of joining UN in case you are thinking of joining UN. In case you are happy with the present job, why look for trouble and go through a tedious selection process? But then if you think that you can draw salaries in excess of $100,000 US, yes, I would love to. Even for 2 years, it is a huge amount of money for anybody in the world. Write us a mail. The email ID is given here. Email ID is also given in the description along with this video. Please get in touch with me. My name is Colonel Amardeep. You can call me Colonel AD, or you can call me just AD. And talking to me, I said, has got no money involved. So I'm very happy talking to, guiding you and answering your basic queries. Advanced queries certainly will be, I'm not qualified to answer that. And Brigadier George is the one. So that is all that we look from you, that please contact us. It costs you nothing for talking to me. But in case you're serious, you have the passion, you have the perseverance and you have the patience, certainly UN jobs are the best job in the world. Thank you. Bye-bye and Jai Hind.